Peppa Pig, Peppa and the Flying Vet. Peppa has brought Goldie the fish to the vet for a checkup. "You've got a healthy fish, Peppa," says Dr. Hamster. "Thank you," says Peppa. Suddenly, Dr. Hamster's telephone rings. It is Mr. Elephant. "Hello, Dr. Hamster," he says. "We found a sick lizard in the mountains." It's a gecko, not a lizard," adds Edmund Elephant. "I'll be right there," says Dr. Hamster. Dr. Hamster springs into action. "Can we come too?" asks Peppa. "Of course," replies the vet. "All aboard the aeroplane." "I didn't know you had an aeroplane, Dr. Hamster," says Mummy Pig. "Oh yes," replies Dr. Hamster proudly. "I'm the flying vet." Mr. Elephant spots the aeroplane in the sky. "Thank goodness," he exclaims. "The vet is here." When Dr. Hamster lands, she calls, "Where's the sick lizard?" "This poor lizard is upside down," says Dr. Hamster, flipping it over. "There, he's all better." Then Dr. Hamster's mobile phone rings. "This must be another emergency," she says, answering the call. "Hello, Grandpa Pig here," says Grandpa Pig. "It's Polly, she's sick." "I'll be right there," promises Dr. Hamster. So Peppa, George and Mummy Pig jump back into the aeroplane. "Look, Polly, it's the flying vet," cries Grandpa Pig when he sees the airplane. "We're going into the sea," cries Peppa. "This is a seaplane, Peppa," says Dr. Hamster. "We can land on the water." "Polly has been ill since we got on board," explains Grandpa Pig. "She must be seasick," says Dr. Hamster. And when Grandpa Pig puts Polly on dry land, she soon feels much better. Dr. Hamster's mobile phone rings again. It is Daddy Pig in his office. "There are some ducklings stuck on our roof," says Daddy Pig. "You're just in time," says Daddy Pig. "Mrs. Duck laid her eggs on our roof," says Mrs. Cat.
Meow.
"And they hatched," adds Mr. Rabbit. "But the ducklings don't know the way to the pond." "Who can make a quacking noise?" asks Dr. Hamster. "Quack, quack," says Peppa, and the ducklings follow her back to the pond. Dr. Hamster's phone rings for a fourth time. "Is it another emergency?" asks Peppa hopefully. "Yes, that was Mr. Hamster," says Dr. Hamster. "I'm late for tea. Must fly." "Thanks for your help," everyone cries, waving her off in her airplane. "No problem," Dr. Hamster calls. "It's all in a day's work for the flying vet." The end. Peppa Pig, Granny Pig's chickens. Peppa and George are very excited. Tonight they are sleeping at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house. Peppa and George take a look at their bedroom. "It was your mummy's room when she was a little piggy," Granny Pig explains. Out in the garden, Grandpa Pig proudly shows Peppa and George the vegetables he has grown. But there is a bare patch of earth where Grandpa's lettuces ought to be. "Meet Jemima, Sarah and Vanessa," says Granny Pig, as 3 hens come to peck at the bare earth. "Those hens ate my lettuces," complains Grandpa Pig. Peppa and George give the chickens some corn and lead them back towards the chicken house. Neville the cockerel comes over to see what is happening. "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" he crows. "Do!" says George. "Let's see if the chickens have a surprise for us in the morning," says Granny Pig. At bedtime, Peppa and George climb into Mummy Pig's old bed. It is very bouncy and comfy, and they sleep soundly until morning, when they are woken by Neville the cockerel's loud cock-a-doodle-doo. Peppa and George quickly get dressed and race outside to the chicken house. They peep inside. "There are 4 eggs in this straw," says Peppa. "Well done, Jemima, Sarah and Vanessa," says Granny Pig. "That's 1 egg each for breakfast." "Thank you for waking us up, Neville," says Peppa. "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" he crows. "Do!" says George. "And thank you, hens, for our breakfast," Peppa says. Peppa carefully carries the eggs inside, using Granny Pig's basket. "Boiled eggs for everyone," calls Granny Pig when breakfast is ready. Peppa and George are hungry after all that running about and egg collecting. "Granny, your chickens lay yummy eggs," Peppa says. Granny Pig explains that the corn Peppa and George fed the hens makes the eggs taste good. "The eggs taste even better because Granny Pig's hens ate my lettuces," grunts Grandpa Pig. And everyone laughs, even Grandpa Pig. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.